Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, what do you say about the Blonde Ambition tour? Yeah, I'm trying to watch all 5 versions of the concert that were filmed professionally. There is the Japanese version, there's the New Jersey tour concert, the Houston concert, both of which some people said were recorded to be shown on TV. Other people say they were just the video that was filmed for the screens. And then there's the Barcelona Tour, concert, which was filmed by a broadcaster called TVE, who actually broadcast it in 30 countries, including Australia, which was a version that I saw. My brother videotaped it and gave it to me, and I watched it a million times. And then there was the one done in Nice for HBO, and there was also where they did the ones for Truth or Dare, but the whole concert isn't available, of course. And there are still some rumours and confusion as to whether the whole concert was filmed. Some people say it wasn't, others say they filmed different parts in different shows, so that's why some people think that the whole concert wasn't filmed, but between the concerts the whole concert was filmed, but I still haven't been able to get an answer on that one. Now the show itself is amazing. Christopher Ciccone, Madonna's brother, was the art director, and he based it very much on theatre, and it's stunning. There are no screens used. I mean, I think there's 2 video screens on the side, which actually show, people in the audience what's actually on the stage. I didn't, for the longest time, didn't think they had them, but I noticed one in a shot somewhere, and then I asked a friend of mine who was at the London concert if they had screens. She said, yeah, they did. I'm like, oh, okay. I just didn't think they did. Now, it is brilliant. It is amazing. It is probably the greatest tour that's ever been made and filmed. It manages to use the stage, the stage is probably about the same size as the Who's That Girl tour stage. That was a disaster. It was just a small section, a staircase, another small section, and I just don't know what they were thinking. This one, you have your very central space, and it has a pit with an elevator and different sets for each section. There's the Metropolis section based on Express Yourself. There's the Dick Tracy section. There's the Cabaret Art Deco section. There's the Encore section. Did I miss a section? Yeah, there's 5 sections, and they're all amazing. They're all different, and each song has its own. Each section, each theme has its own theme, and it's just perfect. But it's not the sort of perfect that we got from the Virgin Tour, which is very effortless. This was very calculated and planned, and this is when Madonna really became the icon that we know. This tour really defined her, and it's hard to believe there was a time before Madonna was that Madonna, but there was a few years there where she was just a very successful performer and popular performer, but she hadn't hit that icon status on the level that she did with Blonde Ambition. She managed to merge her image with that of classic Hollywood and the sort of iconography that we live with, and it's spectacular. And I just don't know what else to say about it other than how brilliant it is. What is the set list? Express Yourself, of course, starts off with the Metropolis setting, and it's amazing. Open Your Heart, it's just Madonna in a chair and Oliver. Causing a Commotion was a lot of fun. That was where her and Nikki and Donna pretend to fight. She pretends to beat them up, and that's where she usually did her monologue. Where's the Party is her, and then the dancers. The religious segment, Like a Virgin, Like a Prayer, Live to Tell, Oh Father, Papa Don't Preach, is stunning. It starts off Like a Prayer, where she's expressing herself sexually. She's having a sexual awakening. Like a Prayer is like the guilt and the repentance, and Live to Tell again is the guilt, and Oh Father, the confession. Papa Don't Preach is the defiance, and it's just brilliant. Like a prayer, the religious further elements where they're just going crazy, like they're in like you see those crazy preachers doing the healings and stuff, and it's there's elements of that are all sort of blended into it with the sort of exploration of sexuality within the confines of that religion, and that being brought up like that, and the guilt and the contradictions and everything. It's a fascinating thing to watch, and the costuming, I love it. What else is there to say about it? It's perfect. It's stunning. It's you just sit in awe of it. And the Dick Tracy segment is a bit more fun. She does Sooner or Later on a piano. Hanky Panky, of course, she does in the little I don't know what you call those outfits, like a little showgirl outfit. And then Now I'm Following You, she dares to lip sync to a record. And I don't understand why in Express Yourself she has what's now known as the Madonna mic. And I don't understand, she used it in Keep It Together at the end. I don't understand why she didn't use it all the way through, so she was free with her hands the whole time and to perform. And I don't know why she didn't just use it on every tour after that, because you see people doing stage plays and they have those sort of mics that are like hidden on their face that are like skin color and that, and they never have to use their hands for a mic. I don't know why she still uses a microphone. The Art Deco segment, which was seemed to be also sort of based on Cabaret, they have Material Girl, which she's making fun of the song again. They're having fun with it. It almost works. The costumes are amazing. The girls are in like orange satin. She's in pink, and they've got feather boa sections and all that. And Cherish, I love Cherish because there's 3 boys who are dressed as mermaids, and they're adorable. Kevin is particularly adorable. Into the Groove, again, 3 more boys, different boys, and that's when they're like doing the whole promoting condom section, the little bit of that speech. Then, of course, Vogue ends that, and I mean, Vogue is pretty stunning. Just the black costumes, the strength of the choreography, and the strength of Madonna's performance and persona, and just, you don't need all the hoopla that later comes with a lot of the tours. The giant screens, the projections, the whole film segments basically behind her. It's just her and lighting and a set, and fully using that space with the choreography, and the camera work is a bit better. The Who's That Girl tour, they were constantly pulling out to wide shots just to show just how big it all was, and it makes Madonna just disappear. This was a lot more balanced, although the Barcelona tour did go to wide close-ups a bit too much, and there was a couple of shots where they actually were on the crowd for like 10 seconds. I'm like, what the hell? Directors of live performances always drive me mad, because they somehow often manage to miss literally the points so often. Not so much with this. Of course, the HBO performance that was filmed is better filmed than Barcelona, but Barcelona is the one I have sentimental attachment to. But the different editions of it, there are different versions that people have done that they've remastered, and there's 5 different recordings, and then there's the different versions of them. It is a jungle trying to work out which is which. I watched the 30th anniversary by Interlace Geek, and that one has probably the best colour palette. It just brings out the blues, and there's actual blacks, and the contrasting and the skin tones, everything is perfect. It's so bright and it looks amazing. Whereas the Barcelona tour and the original release of the all the other tours, they're very washed out. They're kind of grey and have a lot of yellow and sort of warm sort of orange tones in them, and you lose a lot of the lighting. And that was what Interlace Geek managed to put back into that version of it. So I'm so glad I watched that. I watched Barcelona first, and then I just watched the Nice version. And of course the last 2 songs are Holiday and Keep It Together. And Keep It Together, they were in the sort of bondage-inspired look with the sort of clockwork orange elements to it. And it is really stunning when you watch it, and the amount of dancers they had on the floor, the coordination, it's pretty amazing. Holiday, the energy, I mean, Jean Paul Gaultier's outfits are amazing. I actually saw the pink corset from Express Yourself. I almost touched it, but I was scared I'd never be allowed back into the gallery if I did, so I didn't touch it, but I could have. I didn't have anything in front of it to protect it. I don't know if it got damaged. I can't imagine people didn't touch it like I wanted to. I can't think of anything else to say. It's just brilliant. I loved it. I want to do a bit of a comparison of the actual different different filmed versions and video versions, but I haven't watched them all, so I can't really do it. Japan and New Jersey had the ponytail, whereas the rest had her hair out, which is how I saw it in Barcelona, which I sort of think of as how the tour is, but it sort of depends on which one you saw in that. And it's a pity they never released it on DVD. It was released exclusively on Laserdisc in the US, the HBO version. The Japan version was, I think it was Laserdisc as well. I mean, it was, but I think they had video. It's hard to tell because there were some pirated versions, some unofficial versions, but I think there were official versions as well. But the fact it never got released onto DVD is a travesty. The fact it doesn't exist on Blu-ray either is a travesty. There are 1080 remastered versions that do look pretty good. I'm hoping something gets released for this year. There was talk that the footage was lost, but there were rumours that it was found. So it's not impossible that it hasn't been scanned and done properly, but that's probably just wishful thinking on my part and a few other people's parts. But it is sort of like a holy grail sort of thing to get, particularly the Blonde Ambition footage actually scanned and done as a whole concert, because the only versions that we know of that were constructed and put together but not put in the film, they were meant to be in the film, but they were just put on the end of the film as a special feature sort of thing on the end of the video releases, were Hanky Panky and Like a Prayer. But the rumour is that the whole concert was filmed over a couple of days, so it does all exist, but other people say just some segments are. So I don't know if we're ever going to know. I hope there's some sort of release. But I'm going to go because I've still got to watch the Houston tour, because there's a Dallas audio version. There's a couple of fan versions too, like someone did London, and there's a couple that were done in May. Where would they have been if they were in May? Because the concert started April 13 and finished August 5th, and the Barcelona show was actually August 1st, and it was right before the Nice concerts. I thought they were further apart. So the ones in May, I think they were in Los Angeles where they were done. I'm not sure. And of course we all know what happened in Toronto, but there are some fan versions of, I think, the next night. I don't think they got the actual night that the police showed up. But yeah, I have to get back to watching Houston and New Jersey and Japan, because I've never actually watched them all the way through. I've watched bits of them. I've never had the time to sit down and watch them. I saw Barcelona a million times on video. I was lucky enough to see the Nice concert projected in a theatre, but I bought it on DVD and probably saw it a couple of times before that, so I've probably only seen it like 4 times. But I've never seen the full New Jersey concert. I've never seen the full Houston concert, even though I did buy it years ago. I found it on DVD somewhere, some unofficial version, some bootleg version, but never actually got the time to watch it. And same with Japan. But I'm going to go before this video gets to 15 minutes, because it's already at 14 minutes. I can't believe I'm still talking. I didn't want to try to go into detail and try and analyse the concert, because I didn't want it to take too long. But here I am at 14 minutes anyway. But yeah, I'm just amazed by it. It holds up so well. Like you would think, with all the advances in technology and all the screens and how now video and film have been so incorporated into the live performances, that it wouldn't hold up. But it and the Girly Show and the Virgin Tour really do. The Virgin Tour for its simplicity, this for its theatricality, and also the Girly Show for its theatricality as well, and the staging. They just did such an amazing job of using the whole stage and setting everything, so you never feel like you're just sort of looking at an artist, like a performer, an artist just sort of on a stage on an empty stage, and that's sort of what I felt a lot in the Who's That Girl tour. I feel like they totally failed on that one, but this was it changed theatre, changed concerts forever with the theatrical presentation of it. Not that it hadn't been attempted in some ways with other artists, but she just perfected it and made it like the standard that everyone aspired to. And I need to stop talking because I'm up to 15 minutes, but I could talk about this all day because it's amazing. And I do want to do a proper documentary on each of the tours and actually go through all the production stuff and everything, but you can't like do that like I'm doing like now, where I'm just like talking. But I'm about to hit 16 minutes. I've got to stop talking. I'm going to go. Bye.